0 and strike one with a sweeper from Ohtani. Run in 21 innings. 1 ball and 1 strike on Lee. Pitching being good. #1 in the majors for a lot of the year, but it's like a lot of these Giants have. Takes outside 2-2. Game skid. It's the first time they've lost 4 games in a row. Team trying to track down a 3rd straight championship. Payoff to Lee starting this game. Bouncing one towards the middle. Mookie Betts, good range. Wow. Stop on plays like that. You can test it. Strike on Arise. And then Arise leading the team, hitting above 300 per usual. That they had since the early 1900s. But in the 2 games here, they've scored 15 runs.
Opposite directions.
Arise to Rojas. 2 up. 2 down. Elliot Ramos, 2 outs in this first inning. There is the sweeper that misses away for a ball. All those hot hitters prior to that had been ice cold. Seen with the Giants these last few days. Yeah, everybody clicking together. Ramos takes it a little high.
Really pitching. He's not trying to establish anything as much as he's trying to get.
Inning kept alive for Devers. Fastball upstairs on one of the top hitters in base. Started to look like himself lately. 35 home runs per season for Devers. And then backfoots a sweeper. Strike 2.
Really well.
Gets to that fastball and pulls it into right center field. How about that? He goes out and gets a 99-mile-per-hour fastball on the outer part of the plate and pulls it sharp. Eldridge 0 for 3 yesterday and 5 for 45. And on an 0-1 from Ohtani. 6-7 Eldridge fouls off a fastball. 101 from Show.
% anytime he wants.
Gets him to finish off the inning after 101. 0-2 on Betts. Betts flies one to right field. Easy play for Lee, and the first one to Will Smith. This is away for a ball. There's Dodgers really hit him hard. He made 3 starts against him. Was 0-2. What was his first full season in years. He underwent Tommy John surgery. Here he comes with the 1-2 to Smith. Fouls it off and stays alive. Fly, but Jung-Hoo Lee made an amazing play to keep that from being more than a sac fly. Here's another fly ball out, 2 away. That ball gets first lefty that Ray faces off with. Takes in the dirt for a ball.
Right hand.
Day off. Mostly right-handed starters they're going to face off with. Look, Muncy, who's been your best guy, and then Ohtani, who's coming off his best game. And Freeman bangs a base hit into center field. One of the 2 lefties. Pages looking for his first hit of this series. Waves over a changeup right here. Just continue to improve. Back-to-back change-ups. Can't even. And he goes to the fastball to finish him off. Turns it up to break. Starts Willy Adames. Adames 0 for 6 against Ohtani in his career. Another one right there to get him flailing. 5 with 2 strikes against Ohtani. Strikeouts in that against. Finds himself down 0-2. 0-2. Chapman gets to this, sends it in the air to right center field. No big deal for Kyle Tucker. 2 up and 2 down in the second. Haas. 3 home runs between the 2 of them. Wow. It's like that thing sped up as it been 0-2 on all 3 hitters in this inning. Goes another one of those splitters, but Gilbert takes it. Now the 1-2. Up the middle. Betts. Ends a 1-2-3 second. Contract. Takes strike 1 from Robbie Ray. Against Ray. Rays 1-1. Tucker pulls it over first and down the line. That'll scoot into the corner. Tucker's got a leadoff double. His surge continues. Ball on Teoscar Hernandez. More questions up. But he looks and sees a guy who for a decade On a 2-1, Hernandez fouls it off. 2-2.
Yeah.
And Robbie Ray here. Another 2-2 pitch comes home. Hernandez fights it off. Ground ball towards the middle. That will advance the runner. Rise for a moment, thought about going to third, but takes the sure thing. Fouls off the first pitch. Said he's felt. Go ahead.
Isn't that?
And so then he finds himself behind in the count. That leads on the brakes. Fouls off this change. Infield pulled in here. Another 1-2 comes home, and it's taken low. The added champ for a spin. Popped into center field. Gilbert has a good arm. Tucker not even thinking about it. 2 out. National League if he qualified. At 438, just to hit it hard but foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hitting. You're not hitting because you don't have energy, right? Yeah, Dodgers unable to take advantage of the leadoff double here. Chapman's got it, and we go to the third. A giveaway tonight, huh? Strike on Jesus Rodriguez.
Oh, I got one right over here.
Okay. 1-2. That's not the number. That's the boy. Left center field. Pages. For the first out of the third. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah. It's a boy.
Snap.
It's a boy.
First time through. Lee goes down the line foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. One of the best players in Korean baseball history. Once stole 84 bases in. And the number 51 is in honor of Ichiro. Betts throws him out. 2 gone in the third. Back door with a sweeper.
And off of it. Tonight they're 0 for 4 with a couple of Ks. So.
Golfs it down the line, but that'll become a souvenir. And here he comes, and a curveball is just barely fouled.
So he's
another 2-2 to Arise, and a fastball. So he goes from 72 to 98. And foul again. Fastball again, foul again, up to 100. He just can't.
The dewdrop curveball slipped out. So the whole thing with a curveball.
And pitch to Arise. Takes the walk. Wow, something that he does. One out of every 10 was just spent right there. For Ohtani in 5 years. Line drive center field. No big deal. Pages has it. And that's the last of the third. Santiago Espinal taking a ball from Robbie Ray. Go to Espinal, who was a teammate of Robbie Ray's season of pitching that he's ever been a part of in the major leagues. Full season that he's witnessed. Cracks one in the air. Left center field. Sends Ramos back. Track. Wall. Goodbye. He takes it and gives the Dodgers here in the third. When he hit his 9th of that 2024 season to find his life. Now it's Betts getting into one. Way back there. Kiss it goodbye. They've gone back to back. And it's that old demon Robbie. Ball and a strike on Will Smith. An awkward swing fire in Espinal. Ball on Freddie Freeman.
Ray has had issues, of course.
That goes back to what we were talking about, where even when he in that respect. Hot shot up the middle that Adames gets to with a little help from the mound and maybe part of the leg there. Mookie's old teammate. Ball one on Paget.
They do it all the time. Just not.
Having gained some, giving him a fresh look at things. 3-1 on Pages. Chapman at third. To get Pages at first, and then the
promotion for more information.
Sound like the medical ad giving me the risks. Sign in the seats, 2-0 as Devers looked disjointed right there, as if he was asking for. So that explains why Devers kind of stopped. Looked like he was going to ask for time or something. With Bryce Eldridge takes ball one, 4 strikeout. Giants gave Eldridge a 3D. Grew up on a 2-1 from Ohtani. Eldridge grounds it along first and foul. Not the only thing to either path. Down on strikes right here. 2 gone in the 4th. Bryce as a hitter. And he told Tucker, if you let him have you just pitch, that didn't end up being how it went. Willie Adames is fouled back, 1-2. He fires 1-2. And strikes out Adames. Kyle Tucker swings and misses at his first pitch. And now he pokes one through the left side for a base hit. Long run for Ramos. All the way to the corner to get it. And Tucker's 2 for 2 with a pair of 2-baggers. Teoscar Hernandez was able to move him up with a ground out, but on an 0-1, Hernandez pokes one over first and down the line. Tucker jogging for the plate. Lee will toss it into second, and it's 3-0. Dodgers lead 3-0 as Rojas takes high.
There's too many balls.
That one in the dirt. Hernandez heads for second and gets there. Rojas strokes one into right field for a base hit. Up to third goes Hernandez, and Rojas ends the 0 for 22 with. A couple changeups to start the at-bat. Snowball on him in those situations. Still intense, but you can tell. There's 2-1 to call. Is popped into right field. Lee sprints on near the foul line with Hernandez tagging. Lee makes the catch. Hernandez coming home, and there will be no throw. Wild pitch. Up to second goes. Down the line, foul. Espinal ahead, 2-1.
It is a 12-1 record this year.
High fly to right center field. Lee will settle under it. 2 out.
The other thing they've done is they've scored more than
2 outs for Betts, who strokes a line drive that's snagged by Adames. Support. Strike 1 on Matt Chapman. 0-2 on Chapman.
A 4-run lead with the best pitcher in the big leagues on the mound.
Who flied out his first time. 3 of his last 41. Got a fastball by him. That's 4 in a row. Oh, what a play by Freddie Freeman. That was sweet.
With that defense,
which has been consistently pretty great, no matter which category.
A season high for Shohei.
He's gotten 3 the last 3 starts combined. Comes to the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2-2. Likes, here it is. And there's bookend strikeouts on a 1-2-3 fifth. The lead off against Robbie Ray, who's in with the first pitch. Strike 1. It was looking like the Padres were in lead going into the 9th inning as Adames catches this line drive. But then Gavin Sheets waving a miss at a curve. Bunch of curves.
He's sticking with it. He likes the slower speed. 4 in a row.
Else against Freddie Freeman. Now payoff. And a Foul ball. We'll do it again. Earns the walk.
It's a well-earned.
Andy Pages. 0 for 2. There goes Freddie Freeman from first. Throw from Rodriguez. Not close.
Stealing it off.
2-0. Pages takes ball 3. So after 4 innings and no walks, back-to-back free passer. One to the plate, and Tucker fouls it off 1-2. To first, endeavors. Chucks it to second for 1. Back to first. In time, double play. Wow. Point position came through his last time. Poking an arm. Boy, Rodriguez having a heck of a time tonight back there. Chapman's got it at third. And Peguero comes on and does the job of strand 2. More, top of the Giants order, and Jung-Hoo Lee. 1 pitch, 1 out, which is good for Ohtani because
walk. Sweeper has been the pitch anymore. But the sweeper, they're 0 for 8 with the Giants aren't hitting it.
a rise, smacks a base hit into right. Did it against Yamamoto officially. Yeah, a lot of it falling on his line last night. Now 2-0. Nobody warming just yet. Threads that fastball by him. Same thing. Sticks with the fastball, misses inside. As Ohtani readies for the payoff pitch. Popped up down the left field line. Betts is over there. He's got it. Made it come on down. Strike on Devers. 1 for 2. Challenge. It's going to be. He struck him out. He strikes out 8. Of Dodger baseball. Defined by the pitching. Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale, Roseboro was the catch. Thought that the reason he wasn't getting in was the stain that came from that brawl. Alex Call here with 1 away. Pops it straight back out of play. One of the first calls that Juan Maris. Happy birthday up above.
Oh, it was amazing that he wasn't around, but and you're talking about the Dodger.
Call takes the walk like only he does. Flipping that to coast, but kind of overhauled the roster as they did. Roseboro is one of the faces. That's a double play off of the bat of Espinal to wrap up the 6th. First pitch of the 7th is a fastball. Shook a couple times. Chose this. One and 2. Dave Roberts, though, told him before the game that he was going to. 3-2. Aldridge climbs the ladder and sends it a mile high to right field. Rojas back. Tucker on. Rojas under. 1 gone in the 7th. And now 8 times facing him. He struck him out 6 of them. 0-2. Shohei out of the. Adames slaps a base hit to right center field. He doesn't have to be feeling red hot. It's just the
reps because you've got to also be ready to pitch. So when you're concentrating on
Chapman, there's a strike. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Another base hit to right. So they've doubled their hit total. 2 on with 1 out. Strike on Gilbert. Low this time. Fly ball deep center field. Pages back. Pages makes the catch. And boy, they got a base running issue right here. I don't know. 1 away, Will Smith. Breaking pitch misses. Down to
go. One more. And he's like, can I do it? And he went back out there with a big smile on his face. But of course, we know that with the pitch count, his night is absolutely
scoreless.
Much more.
Is down to 0-8-2. Yeah, Dave Roberts looking and seeing perhaps a good chance to pull the trigger on it. Back-to-back ground outs to get back to first. Beck's 1-2. Chop it to first and 3 ground outs here in the 7th. Out of the 8th we go. Dodgers by 4. Fly to center field. Pages back at first. Comes on, puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out for cut off the board tonight. Takes a little high.
He's also more of a coming into this year that I felt like needed to have a hot start to kind of
2 guys on that list, right?
Yeah, those are the top 2, as I had probably had 4 or 5 in my head.
They have. Here's his 2-2 to Lee.
Special come over that hurdle too with flying colors. Because some would say when you come over that kind of challenge can come back up when all of a sudden the closer that came to take your job and sign him, all of a sudden he goes down and it's back on you.
Yeah, 2 out in the 8th. Torno.
All that had enough home run distance, and that swing right there looked like he was coming out of his shoes again.
30. Poke to left field. 2nd hit of the game for Luis Ariz. And it loses his footing and arises into 2nd.
Ariz was making a until he saw.
1 pitch later. A scoreless 8th for Tanner Scott. Andy Pages takes a ball from Tristan Beck. They got 90 years. That many losses by that many runs in a row. The laughing stock of the National League. 2-2 on Pages. Larry McPhail invested in Ebbets Field. Cleaned it up. And we've kind of fallen into disrepair. Scott. Pages down the line, foul. Another thing that he did is some of his least favorite people that got the job. That would be Leo DeRocher. It was 2-2 to Pages. Is lifted to left center field. Ramos into the gap with Gilbert and makes the call on the catch. Tucker sends a fly ball down the line, foul.
Good winning weather, hopefully.
Yeah, there's no bad weather. 2 doubles for Tucker today, where he usually is. Ouch.
Oh, right there.
He just wants this one to end. Flies it to left center field. Ramos has it. 15 pitches in his first. A little bit away on Hernandez. The urgency. Adames climbs the ladder, knocks it down, and going to be an infield hit for Hernandez. His long hitless drought. 1 for 3. Ball 1. Up the middle, off Beck. Adames having an adventure over there. Back-to-back infield hits for the Dodgers.
It seems like they're in such a habit of not.
Beck to call, 1-2. Fights it off, do it again. Instant replay of a foul. Ground ball, diving stop by Ariz from a knee, makes his latest defensive sparkling play of his 10 games. 9 in a row since he gave up a run in his first game this year.
1 walk, so he's on a roll. It's a fastball changeup combo. The changeup fades from the lefties.
And how about this trade? Devers turns on it, flies it to right center field. Long way for Pages, who won't get there. And it's a ground scoreboard here. Eldridge fouls it off, looking for his first hit. And fans give him a very hard time. I don't know if he caught it over a kid or what. Eldridge down on strikes for the third time in. Jesus, everywhere. Strike on Adames. They need to change the average. 0-2. Backhand play, Espinal. Fires it across and gets him. At Chapman. One ball, one strike. 7-10 again. Comes hurt. 1-2. Talking to a friend. Had it pretty good over there. 2-2 to Chapman. There it is. That's the end of the losing streak with a well.